lie. I I was on vacation from school, and my Wi-Fi at home was like actually atrocious. I'm painting a bag of chips, by the way. Um, I have like the reference for it literally right next to me. I had a trouble coming up with any like motivation, not motivation. What's the word? Inspiration for anything. What do you call it? Yesterday. I did this yesterday, right? Yeah, I did this like yesterday. Um, I was having some difficulty coming up with any like inspiration, but I got this now. Oh fuck. Okay. I'm like trying to follow the. I don't know why my pen feels weird. Like it feels odd, and I don't have. It's weird. It looks fine. Yeah, it's not like chiseled or anything. I don't know. Maybe weird. Anyway. Okay. I don't really draw objects like at all, so that was the reason why I wanted to do this. Yeah, my fucking pen feels so odd. Something just feels off. Is it like grease on my thing? I was just eating, so it could have been that. Kind of gross, I know. Sorry. I don't know where my like hand sanitizer is, because I usually just use hand sanitizer to clean it off, because I don't really have anything else. Okay, fuck me, I guess. I just have to deal with this for the rest of the stream. Okay. Anyway. I'll get used to it. Honestly, it's probably not even that big a deal, and I'm just being stupid. I hope everyone had a good Thanksgiving, by the way. I had an okay one at best. I really hope that I did this right. Like this bag of chips, because I don't know, it's difficult to get the depth, I guess. Stuff like that. It's difficult to do. It is difficult to do, but I'm gonna try my best. I probably should have announced that I'm live on Instagram. I should have done that. Silly me. It's fine though. I'm like trying to follow how the bag of chips looks instead of like going with how I usually shade, which is a lot different. I actually had a different sketch. This was not the original plan for the stream. I had something else planned, like to draw. I'll show it in a second once I. Oh hi to whoever joined. I'll show it in a second once I finish up this like tiny bit. Is that good? That's probably good, right? I'm not good at what I do. Okay. Alright. That's probably good, right? Again, I'm like, I don't draw objects, like, ever. Like, in detail, I usually don't draw detailed objects, and now, like, it's gonna be the main focus of this. I was gonna draw, like my whole desk, because my desk is a mess, and so I thought it'd be good, object practice, but I don't want to do all that, frankly. And so I'm not going to. I don't know how long this stream will be. It might be a little shorter than usual, just because I am doing a movie night with friends, but that's not until around 10 or 11, I think. So I have like an hour, whereas my usual is like, what, 2 hours? Maybe 3. But that's okay. We got that. Anyway, let me show what I was originally gonna... Hold on. This is what I was originally gonna do. It was like an angel character I came up with on the fly. And I mean, I like it, but I don't. Oh, nudity. Whoops. It's art, so I guess it's not really that big a deal, but yeah. This is what I was going to do. But I just didn't like it. I don't know. I wasn't feeling inspired by it, but I'm inspired by this bag of chips. I quite like it. There's something about it. I just gotta figure out how in God's name I'm gonna like... Because this is a bag of salt and vinegar chips. It's Lay's salt and vinegar chips. And I don't know how I want to... If I want to draw in like the... Or paint in like the details, like, you know, like the Lay's symbol and stuff like that. And if I do want to do that, how am I going to do that? You know, it's like, it's a difficult... It's a slippery slope, as the kids say. Anyway. I noticed, by the way, this is odd. This is like off. I started this pretty late at night. I started this around like... I don't even know. I want to say around like, jeez, I really don't know. Late. I started it late at night. It was quite late, at least like 2 a.m. or so. So, it was a little, or like maybe 1 or 2 a.m., something like that. it was not early, is what I'm getting at, and I was not super like coherent in my thoughts and stuff like that because it was so late. So I'm hoping that this doesn't look like absolutely awful, and that maybe my I don't want to say depth perception. I don't know how else to word it though. Um, but sorry for the random silence. I got a text. Gotta respond to the homies. I may be a streamer, but don't forget where you came from. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Objects. They're like the bane of my existence. If anything, I don't enjoy drawing them like at all. But if I want to get better at art, this is what I gotta do. Okay, and then let's hit him with. Let me use the round mixing brush for this part. I've been using the gouache brush in Clip Studio Paint for a lot of this. I'm probably going to do a lot of different things throughout the stream in terms of like drawing because I don't know if I want to stick to drawing a fucking bag of chips for like an hour. I don't even want to do it for I don't even want to do it, to be honest with you. I just straight up do not want to do it, but I have to get better at art, and this is the way, I guess. Maybe not. I'm like trying to see where the highlights are and trying to follow those. There's really not a lot of detail to this chip bag. I don't know if I wanted to like capture the essence of it or what I really wanted to do. No idea what I want to do most times, but ooh, actually no, I can do it without. Here, let's do this. Let's do this, and then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna pick directly across. Okay. I don't know if that'll help somehow with my painting, but I just hope so. The only thing I can do is hope. I'm just gonna draw like a very like vague shape of the lays symbol. Because keep in mind, it is going to be folded as well, since the bag is folded up itself. So it's a little difficult to navigate. This thing is like not nearly as... Yeah. There we go. Anyway, yeah, I hope everyone had a good Thanksgiving. My birthday is coming up, which is cool. It's like, let's 12. Wait, what? Oh, December 3rd. So, sorry, I'm like hearing random noises and I don't know what it is. Odd. Anyway, yeah. What do you call it? It's December 3rd right now, and my birthday's the 12th. So 9 days, 9 days. I don't know why it took me so long to understand. But yeah, I'm gonna be 18. Woohoo! Yippee! Woohoo! I'm not entirely looking forward to it, but what are you gonna do? You know, not much you can do. Let me go in with the gouache for this because it'll blend a little more. You know what I recently discovered that is a tool, and it's in like the paint section part of there's a gouache blender, which I didn't know that, and it makes blending a lot easier. Look at that. They probably don't even notice it or care, but like to me, this is awesome. I would have thought it would be in like the blending thing because there's a Painterly blender what do you call it, thing in Clip Studio, which is what I used to use, and like, I mean, it gets the job done, don't get me wrong. I just like that there's something, I don't know, specifically to blend like the gouache brushes, which is what I use primarily when I'm digitally painting like this. Alright, I gotta really like, oh fuck. Okay. This is all in one layer, by the way, so I'm a little screwed if anything happens, I guess, I don't know. I don't see them right. Let's do that. Yeah, there's like a tiny, little tiny like indent that I want to capture. I want to try to make this as detailed as possible, as detailed as I am willing to make it. But we'll see. I had a list of things the last time I streamed to talk. No, these are just albums I like. Yeah, here we go. Fun topics for stream. Okay. I don't really want to talk about morality while I paint this bag of chips. Sorry, I guess I'm biased. But also just because it's silly, I guess. You know what I noticed, by the way, that I don't like about the kneaded eraser is that it leaves like this residue, which I know is technically how kneaded erasers work in real life. So like, bravo. But also, I don't care. Like, realistically, if I really wanted this to, if I want to be a real artist, I could have done everything on one layer because the bag of chip, like the bag itself, is on one layer, but the background is on a different layer because I added the background in last minute. So, but maybe I'll just combine it, and that'll. I mean, I don't know if it'll give me a challenge. I'll just do it anyway. It's not gonna kill me. Who cares? I'm not really. This isn't like for anything serious or anything of the sort. I'm just like doing this for fun, so it doesn't matter. Um. Okay, so we're gonna go to red. That was difficult. I don't know why that was so difficult. It's really hard to color pick like in this way because with painting, I feel that this is how I feel about it. It's a little different. Because you don't just like pick a darker version of that color. Like it's different. It's influenced by because this is how real life works and this is how actual shading works. It's influenced by the color it's on. Does that make sense? Or like the color it's surrounded by? I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't, I'm sorry. But yeah. Like to cut a long story short, I would not just go to red and then make it like a dark red. I would have to actually like make it so that there is the undertone of the blue because that is what it's on top of. Hopefully that made sense. I hope so. Huh, my tummy hurts out of nowhere. You know what it is though? I've been eating like absolute shit as of late. Like, actually. Have you ever been having a lot of Chinese food? This feels off. This feels like it should be over here. Have you ever been having a lot of Chinese food? Or, like, the food at the dining hall, which is not great? Or I just straight up haven't been eating? None of these are really good options, if you ask me. But that's okay. I will, as time goes on, I'll get a better eating habits. I hope this looks okay. Again, I'm really not worried that much about how it looks, if I'm being honest. But also I do want to try, but I'm not like gonna bust my ass for this literal bag of chips. Okay, I even have to do the same shit for like white, which is crazy, right? I'm just gonna go directly across. There we go. Color picking is so difficult, but that looks pretty good, and that pretty like matches the. I don't want to say this is not the exact color. I did not color pick like because I'm doing this like from real life. Like I'm directly looking at the bag of chips right now. This isn't from a picture. So I've actually like made excruciatingly what do you call it? I've made sure not to move it so that it doesn't like so I don't fuck up my reference or anything like that. Because a picture just isn't the same. Your like pictures don't capture quite what your eyes see. Like it can, don't get me wrong, but you can see the depth easier when it's in real life. And it's the same way I feel about like figure studies because I do a lot of my figure studies from photos online because I currently don't have access to like a figure drawing class. Yeah, I don't have access to that, so I have to kind of just use like pictures online. And while it's totally possible to like do not get me wrong, it's so possible to do. For me personally, it's harder for me to see the depth in the pictures because a lot of times like pictures have dark spots that and it's a still picture. It's not like it's not a 3D thing. You can't see it in 3D depth. So it's a lot more difficult, I guess, to do. Let me know, by the way, if at any point either I'm too quiet or like my mic fucks up or like I glitch or whatever the fuck. Please do let me know because that happened with the Minecraft stream, which sucks because I really wanted to turn it into like a VOD and stuff and like upload to YouTube, but I'm not uploading some glitchy mess onto YouTube. I want the best, so I'm gonna try to figure that out before the next time I stream Minecraft. Me and Yuri have played quite a bit since then, so you'll see quite a few changes. I think there's more. There's more red. Like the rest of it is red. There's no way around it. Let's do that. Sorry if I sound congested. I've been walking outside so much as of late, and I always walk outside. I always walk, especially when I feel like shitty. I walk outside, or like I take a walk, which is cool. Good exercise, good coping mechanism, kind of. Except it's been super cold as of recent because winter's coming. So, and I'm like up north, so it's really cold. Um, So I'm like way more congested than usual. And like my head hurts and all, and it's literally my fault because I'm just not dressing warm enough. But I also don't care enough to dress warm enough. What? Oh, I clicked the wrong thing. Anyway, yeah. Um, I just don't care enough to dress warmly, which I do not condone. If you like to go out for walks, don't do so at night. That's first of all. Do not do so at night because when I walk, I tend to do so like late at night and stuff. Like I'm talking like the AMs. Um, like I think today was the earliest walk I've been on at like what 7 p.m. Yeah, 7 p.m. Which is still late because it was dark out. So my point here is, please be careful. That looks pretty good. Sorry, I'm trying to like really get everything, but without like I don't know, without horning it in. I guess I don't know how to explain it. Um, God damn. Let me make this a little brighter. There we go. I wanted to play City Pop, but I don't know why. I just wasn't feeling it today. I feel very bleh. I always feel bleh. I always feel like very meh with or just like numb with very with some days where or some weeks where I just feel like violently emotional. Like the emotions are a lot more violent. Such as the past 4 days. I don't know what it I genuinely could not tell you what it is or what triggered it. I just woke up one morning and I just felt like shit and it's been that way for like 4 days straight. And like my anxiety has just been and it's bad as well because I don't have my meds. If you could not tell, I'm mentally ill. I'm like very much mentally ill. And I'm medicated and I forgot my meds at home. And I didn't realize this until my father was already on the highway. Not even on the highway, actually. I think I didn't even realize until like I was in my dorm already. And keep in mind, I live 2 hours away from my college, so it's not like I could just go back whenever and get them. So I have to wait until next break, which is like Christmas break, which is coming up pretty soon, like very soon. Like next week is my last week of classes soon, but still, it's just like I like I'm not doing the great because I used my meds to like whenever the anxiety gets really bad, I use those to I guess calm down or like mediate it. When I don't have those, I don't have any. Like that's the only healthy thing. I don't even want to say healthy. I guess healthy. I guess that's the only healthy thing that I really have. So when I don't have that, I'm fucked. And I don't know if that's why I've been feeling like shit for 4 days. It's a lot more than just anxiety, though is the thing. It's like depression as well. And the depression thing has been just awful for quite some time now, like years. um, that's okay though. I'm quite liking this bag of chips. I think I want to grab this like bluish and put it like right over here. Give this some depth. Because again, I do have to follow the what do you call it? You have to follow the like I want to say wrinkles. Yeah, the wrinkles of whatever you're drawing as well. And incorporate that into your job. I really hope I'm making sense. I'm not like an art teacher or anything of the sort. Speaking of art teachers, not speaking of art teachers, because as it's not even an art teacher thing, I just haven't talked about this to like anyone. I think maybe one person, but there's just one guy. In one of in my and he's not even in one of my classes. He's just a guy that's like often there where I work. Um Damn, how do I I don't like to be attracted to people. However, I I don't know, man. Unfortunately, I'm gonna be like out quite soon, so it doesn't really matter. But I don't know. It's something nice to distract me because everything else in reality is so painful. I'm really liking how this wrinkle is turning out. Let me grab this real quick. Anyway, yeah. I don't want to think about it, like reality. I mean, but I also don't like crushes. I actually tend to avoid them at like all costs until like it's inevitable and I can't like deny my feelings any longer, and yeah, that sort of thing. It's not very fun, like at all. It's not fun to be me. To be frank, it's just not fun to like to be me, and I don't mean that in a "woe is me" way. I just mean that in a matter of fact way. It's just not very fun at all. But that's okay. That's very much okay. I'm quite liking how this is turning out. Like I actually don't hate it, which has been a common theme for a lot of my work as of recent. I just haven't been liking anything I've been making. and it's not like it's bad. It's just like I always I don't compare myself to other artists, or at least I try not to. And I've been doing really good with that, which bravo to me because I used to do it a lot. But what I do is I compare myself or to like my past self. So I'm always trying to outdo myself. You know what I'm saying? And when I can't outdo the last thing I made easily, it kind of makes me like insecure and upset. And I'm like, damn, am I not as good as I thought? Like I gotta outdo myself, you know? Improvement, get better. Um, so that's definitely been something that's been uh, bothering me as of recent. But that's okay. There's a lot of things that have been bothering me as of recent, things that I can't really talk about on stream, just because that's a lot. But you know, I haven't talked about this with anyone, honestly, in terms of the things that I cannot mention on stream. But that's just kind of the person I am. I'm just not a very like. Don't get me wrong, love my friends, love those guys. This isn't even going to be a thing bashing my friends is the craziest part, but what do you call it, I'm just bad at talking to people and opening up to people. I'm not able to do it easily, if at all. Like a majority of the time whatever I do talk about is mostly just the tip of the iceberg, which is fine honestly, because I'm like 80% sure most people don't really go into detail about how they're feeling with their friends or like open up fully, just because what do you call it? It's kind of on some real shit. It is, I believe, not possible to fully open up or fully, completely connect with someone, and that's just because you can't like they won't always know what you're thinking. It's really difficult to fully connect to somebody because of like people's brains work differently, and it's not like you can get inside somebody's head. So you only know a person by what they tell you and by what they reveal to you and by what they show you. Everything else is like could easily be illusory, however it's worded. My point is that you never truly know somebody other than what they show you, and maybe they do choose to show you everything, but even then, like, there's no way you can show somebody everything, because in order to truly connect to somebody you have to know them, like everything about them. I feel like to well, not even that, not even to truly connect to somebody, but to truly know somebody you'd have to know like everything. You get what I'm saying? Things like not just their personality, I'm talking like history with them, stuff like that, you know? um that sort of thing. And memory is a funny thing where you obviously don't remember every single thing that's happened to you, and sometimes you don't want to tell someone every single thing that's happened to you, so it's really difficult. So that's why I feel. And also just like I got this thing from Evangelion, this way of thinking, which I'm about to say, not the thing I said before, but what do they call it, the hedgehog theory, where when it's cold, hedgehogs like to huddle together for warmth, but the closer they get to each other, the more they hurt each other. And I think that's really both interesting and true, because I feel like the closer you get to somebody, the more potential you have to hurt them and stuff like that. Which is another reason why I think that it's difficult to fully connect to somebody, because there's always that threat of possibly hurting them, and then what if they like don't forgive you if you are to hurt them? Things just completely go down the drain, you know what I'm saying? So it's very, very difficult to fully open up to someone without that fear. I don't know if this is just how I think, because I'm literally afraid constantly of what I'm thinking, or what? I'm afraid constantly about like saying something wrong and then that person leaves, but that's like that has to do with trauma. But also because I always had that sort of line of thinking, because like I'm just not I don't know. I like to think I'm an open person, but sometimes like no. And it's not like I'm trying to, I guess. It's just that like there's just some things that I don't want to like tell my friends, and because I don't want to worry them, and also because like how do you even say that? Like I don't know how to say it. And also like it could be awkward sometimes. It really does depend on the situation, I guess, and stuff like that. Um that's okay though. But the beautiful thing about life is that even though it is borderline impossible, if not pretty much impossible, to fully connect with somebody, the beauty in life is trying anyway, and trying to get as close as you can to connect to another person. And that, I think, is beautiful that people try. I said I wasn't going to do a lot of detail into this, but I'm trying now as like much as possible to put detail into it, because if I start a new thing, then like I don't know what I'm going to start with. Like what I'm going to do rather, because my sketching process is like super messy. You see how I just completely fucking gave up on the whole, oh yeah, you have to make sure you follow the what's under. No, but seriously, my shading fucking process is like super messy, or not my shading, my sketching process is like super messy, and there's a lot of trial and error and stuff like that, and y'all don't need to see that. Y'all do not need to see me struggling just to fucking like come up with a pose or create a pose or anything like that. I won't even lie, like a lot of the time I do use reference for posing, simply because I just can't come up with anything off the top of my head. Anything that's like dynamic and new, because I want to challenge myself every time I draw. Like I said, I'm always trying to outdo myself. So hence why I'm doing this bag of chips, to outdo myself yet again. But that's just me. It's already been 30 minutes, damn. I don't know how long this is going to be, or it's been just about 30 minutes. I really don't know how long this is going to be. It entirely depends on when my friends are like, hey, movie night time, and I'll be like, okay, and then I'll just end the stream real quick. So, we're kind of praying it by ear here. But, soon, maybe? I have a time in mind, so, I don't know. Worst case scenario, I'll just go for as long as I feel like talking. Which can vary at times. Gosh, I do not even want to do like these little little like color things at the bottom, like show you what colors they use. Yeah, I don't want to do that. Unfortunately, I'm going to. Because that's a detail, and I want to try my damnedest to make this as detailed as I can without wanting to like blow my head off, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I want to add details, just like don't want to cry as I'm adding these details. So we're gonna try our best. But yeah. I remember there's this cool quote from Andy Warhol, back to like the whole you can't really connect to anyone thing, about like everything is television. And I think that's very true, because you only see what they show you. You don't see behind the scenes. You don't see behind a person's scenes. You go, again, I could very well sound like schizophrenic and fucking crazy and not be making sense, but I swear, like, this is rooted in truth, I feel. I don't know, though. I just find it hard to connect to people, and I think that's just me trying to make an excuse as to why. Speaking of connecting people, back to that guy I was talking about earlier. See how it all connects? Yeah, what do you call it? I find that guy attractive, which is cool, but it's also like, damn, because, again, I find it difficult to connect to people. So a lot of the time that I spend around him is just spent in awkward silence, because I'm overthinking anything that I could say. Like, if I say this, am I going to sound like a damn NPC? Like, am I going to sound like a skinwalker trying to be human, or what? Like, I gotta really, I gotta really, like, analyze everything that I say. And the thing is that I don't. I think that if you're talking, fuck you. What do you call it? If you're talking to, if you're talking to someone, I feel like you shouldn't have to overthink everything you say. Because 90% of the time, the other person is doing the exact same thing. So don't even worry about it. Like, people are usually so, like, worried about themselves. They're not worried about you. They're not judging you. Again, I say most times, because there are some times where people are assholes and they are judging you, but even then, it's mostly stemming from insecurity within themselves. So, like, don't even worry about it. I know that's a very, like, especially coming from me, the, like, king of worrying about things. But I promise, like, if you really think about it that way, you will, like, forget all of that, I guess all of those worries and all those insecurities and shit like that. You will forget about that, because, like, you just be in the moment, I guess. Just be in the moment. Like, I don't really overthink when I'm with my friends, like with close friends. 'Cause that's all. I really only got close friends now. Like, I have friends, and then I have like what I call mutuals, and then there's not a whole lot of in between. What do you call it? I guess I do have friends. I don't know. Anyway, where was I going with this? Right, overthinking. Yeah, I overthink pretty much every single interaction I have. I overthink everything I say. I'm overthinking everything I say right now. I do it all the time, but it's not like it's not. End of the day, people are not that concerned with you or concerned with what you're saying. They're not overthinking what you're saying in the way that you think they are. They're not analyzing everything you say, every body movement you make. Like if your smile is genuine, they're not analyzing that. You know how I realize that? Because I realize I don't analyze that about anyone else because I'm too busy thinking about how I like am presented and how I look. And that's how everyone else is. Like that literally is how everyone else is. They're too busy thinking about themselves and thinking about like not to say that they're self-absorbed, but like just literally they're too busy like worrying about themselves and worrying about how they sound to even care about how you sound. Which is why I'm saying like don't even worry about it because I promise they probably don't care. And the only reason I was able to get into that line of thing, I mean, I don't actually think like that for myself, but it's advice I give to other people. But I got that. I don't remember. I either got it from like a YouTube video or I got that from I got it probably from somewhere else originally, but I heard it again in my public speaking class earlier this semester, and I think it's very much true because like, if you just take a moment to think about how you think about other people, unless you're a judgmental piece of shit, then I guess, yeah, you do think about other people more than yourself. But most times, people are not thinking about other people and analyzing them heavily in that way. And again, if they are, it's coming from a place of insecurity within themselves and not because you're doing anything wrong. You know, most times, again, there are some times where you may be acting like a fool or doing something wrong, but if you're just acting like yourself and you're not actively doing anything wrong or not actively trying to do anything wrong, a lot of the time it could just be that person is just insecure and, you know, projecting those insecurities onto you. And that is not for you to have to worry about because it shouldn't have to be for you to worry about. Alright, let's see. That's just me, though. Here, let me do this as like a line.
Bro, what?
This is difficult, dude. This is quite difficult, but that's okay. Okay, that's the general line that we're gonna follow. So now it's just a matter of where the light is hitting that I do it. Okay. And then here it's gonna hit its dark, not black though. It's gonna hit its darkest, and then it's gonna go a little lighter, like yeah, not quite. Okay. Anyway, yeah. What else do I want to talk about? I don't really want to talk about my favorite albums and why, because what do you call it? Recently, this was at like what? This was literally at like 7 in the morning. I hadn't slept, and I was like, I was listening to my favorite band at the moment, which is Loathe, and I was like, I'm going to write an album review or like an album analysis. So I did that, and I like fucking sent it to the Discord server I'm in with some friends, and then I just like I think I passed out, maybe a few hours later. Like I sent it at around 7. I went to bed at around 10 ish. Yeah, like around 10. I fell asleep around 10. Do as I say, not as I do. By the way, as in get a good amount of sleep every night. Do not stay up like that because I promise it's not good for you. I know it's not good for me. Many times I have been shown that it's not good. Like my body has sent me signs to say, hey, maybe don't do this because it's not good for you. Like at all. Like there have been plenty of times where I remember, this was quite some time ago. It was around during the summer where I was staying up late quite frequently, and I remember I was just trying to eat after having stayed up late, and I nearly vomited because my body was just sick because I hadn't gotten any rest. Like, sleep deprivation genuinely does like fuck you up. So the point is, please, for the love of God, get sleep. I promise you, it's not gonna hurt you. I promise, like, it doesn't make you a loser or anything to get some fucking sleep. And if anyone around you makes you feel like a loser for getting some fucking sleep, maybe it's time to get some new friends because what? But yeah. Again, do as I say, not as I do. This is quite fun.
I was just standing here, bro.
This is very fun. I'm actually quite enjoying drawing this bag of chips. Life is like a box of chocolates. You know, I never saw Forrest Gump. I I have it on VHS, but I still have not watched it. And I know it's like supposed to be like a super good movie or whatever the fuck, and it's like really good, I guess, but I just don't have it in me to give a fuck. And like, it's not even, I don't know. You know what else I didn't watch for a long time that I did finally watch and I ended up really fucking like, I loved it? Blade Runner. I loved Blade Runner. Specifically, I watched both, 2049 and the original. I didn't watch it like in that order. I watched the original first and then 2049. But what do you call it? It was really good. I loved it. And it's just like, why did I not watch this before? Like, and it's just because motivation, honestly, because I'm so like unmotivated 90% of the time.
You, bro, you were the one.
Even if I know that I'm like, there's a really high chance that I'm gonna enjoy it, I'm still like, I just don't have the time. I don't feel like it, knowing damn well I have the time. I have the time to stream because I don't really have a life. I don't do much, so like, if I have the time to stream, I have the time to watch Blade Runner, um, which I ended up doing, which is great. I really recommend it. Watch both movies. I think there's a specific one because there's multiple cuts of Blade Runner, like the first one. There's a specific one that my friend told me that I want to recommend to you all if you choose to watch it. However, I don't remember off the top of my head. I could check Discord right now because that's where he typed it. Don't want. Actually, no. I think I remember. It was the final cut. It was the final cut. It was the final cut. It has like everything that you need. It has like yeah, it's good. It's good. That's the best version of Blade Runner to watch. So if you do want to watch Blade Runner and get into Blade Runner and all that, that is the one that you should watch. There's another Maze Runner. That's what it was, right? Something like that. There's just like fucking some other runner shit or whatever the fuck. I never watched Maze Runner or anything like that. I just remember it because I think some like, you know, those actors that like all the teenage girls like cream over. Yeah, I think one of them was in that movie or in that series. I just don't remember which. I love Ryan Gosling, like as an actor. He kind of makes me laugh simply because I don't think that man has ever had a genuine smile. Like he just look every role or every picture I've ever seen of him, he looks like he's in absolute agony. And not like obvious agony, but like that quiet, silent agony that like I don't know, maybe some of you know all too well. But yeah, like that sort of agony. Like he just does not look happy. And like it's like damn. Even in like regular ass pictures of him, I don't think I've ever seen the man have a genuine smile on his face. And it's just like why? I just like, is he okay? I don't know. Like, there's just a part of me that's like, damn, that man. There's no way in hell that Ryan Gosling is happy. Speaking of Blade Runner, a actor that I absolutely despise was in it, and it's Jared Leto. I don't like Jared Leto. Like, I do not like Jared Leto at all for multiple reasons. I have like my first reason is that I just don't like the guy. I think he looks stupid, and
Omar, get in the
again, I'm not
car.
really one to say that type of shit about people, but I do think he looks stupid. And I can say this because he's also had like relations with underage girls, allegedly. I think, or
No.
actually, I don't even think it was alleged. I think it's just straight up true.
Let's do
Um,
that. Which one is it?
so that's another like that's a valid reason to hate him. Other than he just looks stupid, and I also just don't like his acting. Another actor that I don't like as much, like as I don't like him as a person. I think he's a pretty good actor. Is Jake
Okay.
Gyllenhaal.
Okay.
I
What's
like him as an actor. I think it's a little weird that he dates women that are way younger than him. It's legal, but like doesn't mean it's morally right because they're like way different in terms of maturity. Um,
Alex? This
so it's just kind of like weird, but you know, I'm not gonna sit here and like police people, I guess, even though that is still quite odd to do. And honestly, I think if I found out any of my friends were dating people like significant, like I'm talking like more than like what 5 years, like I'm talking like he's in his 40s and he's dating people that are like 25. It's like Leonardo DiCaprio, he does the same shit. Yeah, that sort of thing. That I find very weird. Because when you are 40 versus when you are 20, like in your 20s, that's completely different. Like you're at different points in life, and you can argue and say, yeah, but they're both adults. Okay, but you're at different points in life.
Oh
That's
shit!
the issue. There's like this weird kind of, I guess, power dynamic.
We got it. We got it.
I
We
don't
got
know.
it.
Maybe I'm
Yo!
overthinking it or something.
Yo!
Um. Anyway, all this to say, I just don't like Jared Leto. I think he's really stupid. I think he's
Oh
annoying. I think
shit!
his
Yo,
he's also just not a good person in general. I don't like his acting. I don't like him. I do not like him. I did not like him at all as Joker, which I know a lot of people have already like said, but I'm gonna say it again. I don't like him as Joker. You know who's a great Joker besides Heath Ledger? Bless his soul, miss that man. Um, Joaquin Phoenix. He is fantastic. He is a fantastic Joker. There's also a lot of other good Jokers. I don't know them off the top of my head, but there are some other wonderful good Jokers. But those are the two that like take the cake for me. I just they're fantastic. What can I say? Yeah, I really enjoyed watching Joker, like the movie. It was fantastic. Loved it. I want to watch it again because there's just some. You know what else? I love Joaquin Phoenix as an actor. I love his work. He was in like some other stuff I've watched with him in it. You Were Never Really There. I've yet to watch this. I forget the name. It's like I want to say The Master, something like that. But You Were Never Really There. One of the first movies that I actually know, the first movie that I saw with him in it that I can remember. Her, the one where like that guy falls in love with a computer or like Siri type moment. Yeah, I watched that. That movie made me cry, by the way. Or I think it almost made me cry. I don't remember, but it was a good movie. It was a very good movie. I liked that. Joaquin is wonderful. Love that guy. Another actor I love, Christian Bale. Who doesn't know Christian Bale though? I remember he was in like the Maximizer or some shit like that. I didn't watch that movie. I just remember he was in it. Obviously, Thor: Love and Thunder. What else? Oh, the obvious one, duh, American Psycho, which is like one of my favorite movies that he's been in. I can't imagine anyone else being Bateman. Genuinely, cannot imagine anyone else being Patrick Bateman. Who else? Who else was he? Obviously Batman. Although to be fair, he's my. I'll say he's my second favorite Batman. Yeah, he's my second favorite. My first is Robert Pattinson because I think I love how he does Batman. I know a lot of people didn't really like it, but I like emo Batman, and you guys can hate on it all you want, but I quite like him a lot. I also just find Robert Pattinson extremely attractive. I haven't watched The Lighthouse. Yes, Lighthouse. I have not watched The Lighthouse yet, but that's another movie that he's in that I want to watch. It's like on my watch list. So I'll probably watch that soon because I honestly have like zero plans for quite some time, as far as I know. So yeah, yeah. Let me see how this looks so far. That's not even terrible. I actually quite like that. Let me see if I can make some shading around. Like, give it a background. Give it like a home, I guess. Give it a. See, this is why I had it on another layer, so I could just easily just. Oh shit! Wait, no, it's not noticeable. Here we go. So I could just and just like do it underward, and no one would see it. But now I have to like actually. I'm forced to watch where I'm going. That's okay though. It doesn't really have like a table. It's on. At least not in this drawing. It is on a table in like in the reference I'm using. The reference I'm looking right at it. But yeah, so I'll give it some sort of like I guess surface to be on based on what I'm looking at. It's like on an Oreos container. I'm not gonna paint the Oreos container simply because I just don't want to. I do not want to. In like a second, let me check my phone just because I gotta be sure that no one's like texting me or like I don't want to seem like I'm ignoring them, or B, movie night started and I didn't even know. So we'll see which it is. I don't seem to, honestly. Ooh, sorry, one of my friends made art. I love art. Anyway, what do you call it?
Dude, there's so many. There's so many.
I don't know where I was going with this. Oh, my phone has been extremely dry as of recent. Which I know is like stupid to say, like is so like that's such a goofy thing to
They're crawling. They're crawling.
To say, but like it's just true. Like I don't know what it is, but like I I don't know, man. Like I used to be really used to, because I had a friend group a while back that would text like every day. We are no longer friends, but that's for unrelated. Well, it's for reasons I'm not gonna talk about on the street. Whoops. What? Why we got this? Why did I do this? Anyway, I don't know why I did that. Anyway, yeah, what do you call it? I'm very used to my like waking up to a lot of notifications, waking up to a lot of messages, having a lot of people to talk to. I'm very used to it, and now I just like don't have that. So I'm very like I feel weird. I guess I feel odd because it's like, damn, I'm used to talking to people every day, and I still do talk to people every day. It's just that it's different now. I guess it's like it's not like a huge friend group or anything. I'm glad I'm out of there though, so it's not like I don't miss them as people. I just miss the feeling, I guess, of being like in a group. I don't even want to say in a friend group because if I'm being honest, friend groups are usually so fucking toxic. That's just me though. Like they're usually quite toxic. Or where like now I'm not really in any like friend groups. Like I have groups of friends, but it's not a friend group per se. We don't act like a friend group. We just act like we're all just friends, I guess. I don't know how to describe it, but like we don't like they had like a name for their friend group. That's the type of culture I'm talking about that I hate, that I think is stupid. Because like, come on now, just act normal, just be normal. That's like just straight up be normal. That's what I'm talking about. I don't like when you're just like a normal ass friend group, like you're just a group of friends. That's normal as hell, and that's fine. It's just like the fucking naming your group shit that I think is bullshit. Because come on now, what are you like a fucking band? It's stupid. It's stupid to me. It's quite stupid. I don't know though. That's just me. And it also like doesn't really leave any leeway for what if you make new friends. Like they're probably not going to feel included because you already have a name for it and you have like everyone has their own like fucking role. Like I'm telling you, it's literally treated as if it's a fucking boy band or some shit. It's stupid. It's very stupid. It's a huge circle jerk in my opinion. That's just me though. I'm not trying to like hate. I know I must sound like the most bitter person on planet Earth. I promise with everything in me, I'm not even trying to hate. I'm not like trying to dog on anyone. Do what you want. This is just how I feel. Um, damn, it's only 9:30. It feels much later, and you know what? It's because I woke up at literally 4 p.m., so I haven't been awake very long. But still, I just it's insane to me. It feels like it should be later almost, though. It feels like it should be like 1 a.m. or something. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I literally have never streamed at like 1 a.m. I don't think. Yeah, no, I've never streamed at like 1 a.m. I think the longest I've gone up until was like 11 p.m. But so like I don't know why I'm just fucking convinced that like it should be a lot later, but anyway. You know what though, I'm quite enjoying this. I'm quite enjoying making this bag of chips. I'm quite enjoying the background that I'm creating for it. Well, not even this is not really even me creating a background. This is me just giving like putting it in some type of space, I guess. Um I don't know what I want to do yet for like I mean, I could take this in a weird direction and like blood on the bag of chips. I could do that if I really wanted to. I don't know if I'm going to because why would I do that? just straight up, why would I do that? But I mean, it's a fun little. It's just for fun. It's nothing like this. It's very much just for fun and just for practice. I'm not worried about creating a background per se. I'm more worried about the bag of chips itself and like shading it and creating it. Wow, it's already almost been an hour. I said this was going to be like an hour. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'll go for as long as I want to. It might not even just be art. Maybe I'll even play some games or some shit. I just want to hang out, have fun. Because I have not been having fun these past couple days. So I just want to hang out and have fun. Have a good time. This is like an orangey, but it's also kind of a red. And you know what's complementary to red? Green. See how I did that there? Let's make it like this kind of green. Would that look good? We'll have to see. That looks okay. I don't hate it. It's not terrible. Oh, but now I have to make it shaded like onto this back. Oh, God. Not a single part of me on earth that wants to do that. But, you know. this is just what I've got to do. I'm gonna hit him with the dry gouache for a good amount of this, just because I'm less precise with the dry gouache, and also it's bigger than the right. Yeah, it's bigger than my regular gouache brush. That's like 38, whereas this is like 80, so it's a lot easier to fill up a big space. Got itchy. I hope everyone who's viewing is having a great night. By the way, I hope things are going well. It's always good to, and even if things aren't going well, I promise it will be going well soon. Because logically speaking, it's just not possible for things to always be bad. Not for me though. Y'all stay safe. I'm kidding. I'm sure it'll get better at some point, just not right now. That's okay though. No, yeah. I really did, like, a little part of me was like, damn, I want to talk more about that guy that I find attractive. But to be honest with you, I don't even like to think about it. I don't like to think about it. And that's, again, a thing stemming from self-hate. I talked about this in a stream before where I felt like it's a disservice for me to like and or find people attractive at all. So I guess it's that's kind of haunting me as well. But also just, like, I just don't like to think about it. It's just, it's, like, stressful in a way to me. There you go. There you go. Yeah. There we go. Almost done. I'm sure there's plenty of artists that do this stuff where they like kind of just like have the yeah. This is normal. This is so normal. It's insane. Sorry, I had to give the most exasperated sigh on planet Earth because I'm just so. I'm just gotta give an exasperated sigh sometimes. It's good for your health. I don't think that this line is straight, like, at all. Like, there's, like, it doesn't... It looks straight, kind of, but, like, what if I'm wrong? Oh, if I want to be wrong, that's okay. Let's put in some more depth and some more shading into the thing that I said I did not want to put depth or shading into. Honestly, if this turns out good enough, maybe I'll make it my profile picture for my art account. Like my art Instagram, which is tagged at the top of the screen if you notice it. Please do follow. I post art there. I'm trying to post more frequently. I swear to you, it's not as if I haven't been drawing. Again, I just haven't been liking anything I've been making, and I haven't made anything finished as of recent. So that's the reason. I swear, I love art, love creating. Promise. Just, I also just hate it at the same time. So you're gonna have to bear with me. Oh, there we go. You're gonna have to bear with me. Anyone else just tired as of recent? I'm quite tired as of recent. I mean, I'm always tired, but, like, especially... And I guess it's just because finals are coming up and, like, you know, college. But also, I just genuinely felt tired with, like, life. I don't know. I'm very, again, exasperated. Tired. After this, though, I'm gonna eat some chicken wings because I have some, which I'm very excited about. Because I love chicken wings quite a bit. Which is a thing, it's a crazy thing. I love these chicken wings. I'm not the biggest fan of chicken. I thought I was, but, like, I don't know. As of recent, I guess it's just because, I don't know what it is. There's specific types of chicken I like, but I will not just eat any chicken. Like, that's the thing. I'm picky with it. Like, and I don't know. Like, I think I've just gotten a little sick of it as of recent. The only reason I even bought chicken wings is if I had the choice, I would have bought something else, like maybe sushi or some shit. But it's more expensive, and I'm trying to save money, so... Like, this is just the easiest thing to get, but, like, at what cost? You know, I don't know, I'm tired of chicken. You know what I love? Pasta. Love pasta. Have yet to get tired of pasta. Ramen? Have yet to get tired of ramen. That sounded right. That is a correct sentence. I'm not saying that wrong. But yeah, I'm getting tired of chicken, low-key. I also got kind of tired of Little Caesars pizza, like that pizza specifically. I still love Domino's, kinda. It really does depend. I kinda love Domino's, but not when it's cold. I only like it when it's hot. And, like, I can only have so many slices before I do get sick of it. So, yeah, I'm sick of everything, if I'm being honest. But that's just me. I don't know. This one maybe be like a quick chill stream. I really want to eat those chicken wings. Is the reason because I'm kind of hungry, and I can smell it because it's literally right next to me. I work like at my desk, because I'm a college student. I'm in a dorm, so it's not like I have like a dining room table or something. I just have got a little bit on here. I just have like a desk, so I just eat and work and everything else all at the same desk, which is like kind of cool, but also it's kind of gross sometimes. You have to like clean frequently, except unless you're me and you're depressed. In that case, you don't clean frequently. Um, but that's a story for another day. You know, isn't a story for another day? The gray inside of this chip bag. See that? Yeah, that's what we're gonna be taking care of. Man, I'm sorry. I just sometimes I get little flashbacks to like I always get like randomly intrusive thoughts about like memories and stuff I don't want to think about. Again, that's another repression moment, but what do you call it? I just randomly got like a flashback or like I just thought of like how my old friends probably would have reacted to a certain thing, and it just made me angry and like annoyed. But it's fine because I don't have to worry about it anymore. It's not a problem anymore. Here we go. Oh, a little too big. There we go. Anyway, yeah. I don't know, man. I always seem to be wrapped up with the wrong people, except for right now. Right now, my like at this current moment, I mean, uh, the people I'm involved with are pretty cool. Like the people I'm friends with are pretty dope. I have yet to have any more incidents where they end up being pretty shitty or just not being great to me in the first place. So that's cool. That's always cool. I'm very happy about that. My mutuals as well are dope as fuck. Love those guys. Shout out to the cool little gay people inside my phone. Um, hmm. Do I hate that or do I like it? Maybe I hate it. Maybe I don't. Oh well. I'll never find out. I'll just like sign my name somewhere. This won't be the end, but I just want to like it's the end of this drawing, but not the end of the stream. Uh, I've never finished a drawing on stream. You know that last drawing I was working on a while back when I was the last art stream that I did. Yeah, I scrapped it completely. I still have it in like my like I have it. Let me see if it's in my recent. Here, recent. Uh, I don't even think I have it in my recents. Oh, my computer's darkening. You know what that means? It means I have to charge it. Um, Okay, I don't feel like opening it because that's a lot of work. Here, actually, I will open it. I'll just show really quick how far I got in it. Because I got a decent amount done, kinda. Like, I did start rendering it, but I just didn't like it. The last time I opened it was 11/21/2022. Like, yeah, this is as far as I got. Like, I did get a lot of rendering in, like especially with the I think I started this girl first. I started this girl first and I got a lot of rendering in, but I just did not like it. And I think it's because like the poses felt super stiff because I followed a reference like pretty much almost exactly like I don't like that. It just doesn't look good to me. So hopefully, damn, now that I'm looking at this, the colors look more muddy somehow. Like it's less bright. Which I guess is how real life is sometimes, but like other times it can be bright. Here, I'll see if I can fix it. If I can fix some parts of it. But yeah, where was I going with this? Yeah, I scrapped that. I did not like it. So, no more of that. Oh, no worries. Yeah, man. I'm glad to always be background noise. Okay. There we go. This seems a little less muddy. I'm trying to like brighten up the colors on this because never want anything to be like all muddy and then like I don't know, gross. Because that's not what I want to do. I know I said that I was going to be done with. I literally signed it, and I know I said I was going to be done with this drawing. However, I'm a liar. I lied. Not this time. Um, let's see. Let's see. Let's see. See if I can get. There we go. All right. Not looking terrible. I'm obviously not gonna like render this like anything professional, but I don't hate it. It's not terrible. I think it can definitely have some improvements though, and that's what. Why did I do that? Some improvements. So we're gonna get that done. See, this is the. I want to have the same attention to detail that I have with like faces and people, mostly faces. Like I want to have that same attention to detail that I do with objects and like bodies and stuff like that. I want to achieve that, and I'm hoping that maybe I will with this. Maybe I will start that other. This is the other thing I wanted to do. Maybe I'll start that instead, or not instead. I'll start that, and maybe I can turn it into something I like. Because I think as of recent, I've been trying to do full bodies and focus on like getting better at poses and stuff like that. But it's just exhausting, and sometimes it doesn't look natural to have the whole body in there. Because like with illustration, you have to have a reason to have the whole body in there. Sometimes a lot of the time the main focus should be the face. Like I quite like this, but it would just be unbalanced to have like it be so top heavy. So I think I'm gonna like just get rid of her. You know what? Oh, okay. My eraser turned into a little loading thing. I was quite confused. There we go. There we go. Okay. And I don't know how I want to go about painting this. I'm not gonna like paint it, I don't think. Maybe I'll do line art instead. Maybe I'll, because a lot of my recent, I think I'm done with the chips, so I'm gonna call the chips a day. Here, let me see if I can just export the single layer. Thank you! I appreciate that. Here, let's see. Yeah, export single layer. Yeah, just chips. This was a good study to do. It's always good to get like a good study done every now and then. That looks pretty damn good. Okay. Okay, cool. So chips are done. I can worry about this now. I have not done the traditional like line art and then like what do you call it? Coloring and then like shading in quite some time. Because I've more so reverted into a painterly type of style, which is really fun. I quite enjoy it. I love painting, but sometimes it's also fun to get into this sort of thing. I'm trying to figure out what kind of. I think I'll go with the textured pen. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Okay, there we go. I have my stability pretty high up. And by high up, I mean it's at like literally 10, but better than nothing. Maybe I'll bring it to like what 15? Oh, not 19. Let's bring it to like 15. Okay, yeah, not terrible. Don't hate it. All right. I've been seeing a couple of tips on line art on Instagram as of recently, so I'm gonna try to keep those in mind while I do this. Thank you. Okay. Damn. Art is hard. Alright, let me... There we go. I didn't use a reference for this as well, so... Because this was a... I didn't intend to draw this. It was based off of like a random doodle I did. Because I was just... It was another night of like, oh man, I really want to draw something. And like, work on something. And I just could not get it... Nothing would stick, I guess. Nothing would really stick. No sketches would really, were like inspiring enough to me to turn into a full thing. But this I wanted to try to push through because I did like the design. I just didn't like the pose. And I don't even like the pose of this, if I'm being completely honest, but maybe as I do the line art, I'll enjoy it more. Because I think the lack of like a variety with the line weight could be it as well. Is like a reason why I don't like it, but we'll see. It's not a huge deal if I like waste like 30 minutes or so doing the line art, so it's nothing crazy if I don't end up not liking it. And if I do end up liking it, that's perfect. Or that's perfect. Alright. There we go. But yeah, I've seen like varying line weights just makes your art a little more interesting, so I'm gonna try my best to do that. Because I already have pressure sensitivity anyway. I don't like doing the hair like this. This is how I used to do it, like in what, fucking 6th grade, where I just do a bunch of like V's. Like I just draw hair. Hold on, let me. There's a little face really quick. Some random bang. Those are like awful bangs. There we go. Yeah, I do hair very often. Whoops. I do hair very often, like this, where I don't know, like it would just be this weird like texture. I don't know how to describe what I was doing. It would just be like a random like curl on each thing, and it was supposed to like give it depth, but then I never did any on the inside of the hair, only on the outside. If I did it on the inside, like that makes total sense and that can work. That totally, like this hairstyle or this way of drawing hair can work if you just do something similar on the inside as well, but I was not doing that. So that's kind of the issue, and then I just... Anyway, yeah. Point is, I'm trying to not do... Ooh, there's multiple layers. I don't want to do that. Here we go. I'm trying not to do that anymore, because that's just... I've grown out of that. Again, I'm always trying to outdo myself. Alright, let's... Whoop. Nope. Whoop. Nope. Yeah, see, this is another reason why I don't like doing line art as much anymore, because it can be really tedious and super, like, a lot of trial and error. Which is how it is for sketches anyway, so it's not like it's that big of a deal, but still, like, I've suffered enough with the sketch. Why am I suffering again with line art? And it's also just a pain to make it look clean. And make it look, I guess, presentable. There we go. Okay, it's not terrible. Don't hate it. I also don't want to fall into... I've seen a lot of tips say, like, don't, like, do this. Because it just destroys any confidence in your lines. And I want to have confidence in my lines, I want to... It's also another reason why I often sketch in pen. Like, when I'm sketching like my sketchbook and stuff like that. I usually do so in pen. Simply because I want to try to have confidence in my lines and, like, the anatomy I do, so on and so forth. I don't know if I like that. That doesn't seem right. It's better. Okay. I don't want to, like, have the collarbone be, like, completely, carved out, I guess. Alright. I don't know how Twitch feels about, artistic, no clothing, so I'm just not gonna draw any, like, genitalia? I don't know how to word it. Nipples, not drawing those. It's just gonna be the general shape of it. Fuck, I'm doing it again. There we go. Okay. The great thing about digital art is if I make a mistake with, like, my lines, I can just redo, so it's not like it's that big of a deal. But I'm still want to try to get it right the first try, because I don't want to have the undo thing be a crutch either. I want to have confidence in my lines and stuff like that. Let me make this sketch a little... There we go. If I just make it light, not, like, light enough to where I can see it, but not super dark to where it kind of blends in with the line art, because I want to know how the line art looks as I'm doing it, rather than have that, like, moment where I take away the sketch and then all of a sudden it looks weird, So I want to avoid that. There we go. There we go. Okay. I don't really draw wings, like, ever. I've gotten a little better at drawing them without reference, but if it's really that bad, then I will just go back and look at something to reference while I draw these, but I have the general idea of how they work down. I say as I continue to butcher. I'm not, like, as you can tell, I'm not confident in my lines for these at all, but, yeah, no, that's not how they look, but that's okay. That is okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. Again, I might not even, like, finish this, like, at all, let alone on stream, so it's not terrible if I, end up not liking it. I could just do, like, the basic, this, and it's cute, but I don't know if that's something I want to do with this, per se. Like, do I want to make it something cute, or do I want to make it something a little more serious? Let me see how that would look. I'll give it a chance. I'll just have to draw them a lot bigger because the ones I drew were quite small. Spiral, and then whoops. Okay. Don't have to necessarily get it done in one. Yeah, see, that's another thing I don't like. I don't like the lack. I dislike the lack of detail in this style of like drawing wings. Although it is quite cute, it's just like it's very simple, which is fine. It's just that that's not really how I like to do things. Whoops. There we go. Okay. And then there. Oh, my PC is running low. I should really plug it in. All right, let me get up for a second. I'll just. Can I mute myself by any chance? I can. Okay, cool. All plugged in. Everything should be good, right? Yep, everything's good. Great. I really should have just plugged it in before the stream even started so I could avoid having to do that, but that's okay. Okay, there we go. Whoops. Okay, yeah, so I guess I don't hate it. It's not like... It's cute. It's easier to draw. Eventually, I'm going to force myself to get good at drawing actually realistic wings and stuff like that. I also have to get good at drawing animals because I literally never draw them. Which is odd because I can draw like furries, but I cannot draw like a realistic animal. Like, if you were to ask me to draw a realistic cat, I cannot do that. I can draw like a cartoonish one, but that's just about it. I can kind of draw a realistic one, but I can't like. Fur is my greatest enemy. I don't do fur. I also don't do super detailed hair because that's also my greatest enemy. It gets difficult. It's not even that it's my with hair. I'm pretty good at drawing realistic hair. It's just tedious, like quite tedious. And I know there's ways to like make it a little less tedious and get a lot more done in less time. But it still feels tedious to me. It all just feels quite tedious. So it's okay though. I will find something soon. I'm sure of it. Usually, I try to add more detail into the hair and like make the illusion of individual strands, but for this, I'm thinking maybe I'll just do like a big block of hair or something like that. Maybe like the anime-esque style, how they do like kind of just these big blocks of hair, and they add like some details, but not a whole lot. I think that's what I'll do. Let's see if I can. In the sketch, it's like that, but I don't want to do that, so I'm not going to. Whoops. There we go. I'm really trying to just get this with a flick of my wrist. Alright. There we go. It can be difficult to do such big strokes like that in a really like quick flick of the wrist, but that's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be not even like I don't know, just has to be good. Alright, let's see. I wanted to draw in her eyebrow, but it's going to be covered by the bang. And I don't want to get rid of that because I feel like it would look a little odd. So we'll keep it. Here, let me do this as well. There we go. Because I think it would be, again, I'm trying to like have the one big block of hair type thing. I forgot I'm streaming tomorrow as well. I don't know how I forgot. I was like, damn, when am I doing this again? Being on vacation has fucked up my sense of time and my sense of schedule, but I will be on top of things. Or at least I'll try to be. I do have finals soon, so I mean they're not I don't have any like exams per se. I just have like projects that I have to work on, but I'll still try my best to juggle that. And if anything, I will make it known if anything comes up. All right, let me I don't know if there's like a. They should have a. I feel like they should have a community announcement thing on Twitch. I don't think they do, but it would be cool if they did because man, there's just like, I think the whole idea of it is that, like, things don't stay on here forever because it's a live streaming sort of thing, but I don't know, man. Sometimes, sometimes there's stuff I do need to make known that I just don't want to do anywhere else. Alright, I'm gonna make the eye kind of a block too. Like, I'm not gonna add a whole lot of detail to the eye. I'm trying to make this as simple on myself as possible, because if I don't want to make this difficult and like make it super detailed, and then I just end up not liking it anyway, and then like I wasted more time than I could have. Like, I don't mind wasting a little time, but I have my limits. Alright, let's see. I'll probably go maybe 2 hours. Yeah, maybe either 2 hours or an hour 30. We'll see how I feel. I usually go for like, what, 3? But we'll see how, we will see how I feel today, and also depending on how things go. Okay, let's see. That looks pretty good. There we go. Fantastic, okay. I'm actually quite proud of that eye, and I'm just gonna get rid of the sketch layer really quick. This also gives me an opportunity to check on, hey, not bad, not terrible. Alright, cool, cool. I used to draw like this quite a bit, like this anime-esque style, but I don't know if I don't want to say I grew out of it, but I kind of did. But it's fun to draw in again. It's cute. It's a very, it's a fun style. It's not even tedious, is the thing. It's not tedious at all. It's quite the opposite, actually, but I don't like how not detailed it is. Because it's by nature supposed to be, quick and easy to do, because with anime, it's, like, produced, like, it's produced, pretty frequently, so obviously a lot of things are, like, I guess, lost in detail, right? Is that I don't know if that's the right wording, but I hope what I'm trying to say is getting across. But I quite enjoy making things a lot more detailed and, like, just putting a lot of work into it, because it's just what I like to see. I don't know, it's pleasing to the eye. Like, the painterly type of style is the style I like, both to do and to see be done. But I also like this quite a lot, if it's done right. There's sometimes where I feel like it's a little too simple for my taste. Not to say that, obviously, do whatever you want. I don't care what other people do. This is just, like, my personal opinion, and what I prefer and enjoy. Did I? I didn't. I like to do these little, I always keep the little detail of just drawing the under eye thing. Maybe I'll add a little, will that be weird? I don't know. How do anime eyes usually work? I forget. They're usually, like, closed. They're not usually, actually, but I'm going to make it closed because I want to. So, let's do that. And then, over here. Oh, man. Alright. I don't know why I'm, like, exhausted from talking. It's quite cold, by the way. Like, outside. It's very, very cold out. It's like, what? I think the high for tomorrow is, like, 38, which is nuts. It's not even officially winter yet, I don't think. It's not officially winter until, like, the 22nd or something like that. But, God, I can feel it already. And I guess it's because I'm a lot further up north than I'm used to, but still, just holy cow, man. Alright, let's see if I can get this part done right. I want to say, I think I did. I did line this already once before, but I didn't like it, so I completely scrapped it. I honestly could have kept some parts of it, because there was a lot of parts of it I did like, but that's okay. You live and you learn. No big deal. Alright, I don't know what I want to do for the inside of this eye. Do I want to just make it like a big old blob? Do I want to add detail? What do I want to do? Let's do like a this type moment. Like the illusion that it's kind of deeper than it actually is, I guess. The illusion of 3D, that's what I'm trying to get at. Let's do that. There we go. Yeah, no, it's super cold out. Like, again, I walk quite a bit. It is a lot harder to walk as of recent with this weather, and I've already packed away a lot of my, what's it called? My mittens and stuff like that, and like my scarves, because I'm gonna be away from my dorm for quite some time. So it's like, I guess I already have it like back home, and I wasn't anticipating that it was going to be as cold, and I wasn't anticipating that I'd be walking as much as I have been, so yeah, that's alright though. Nothing a winter coat cannot solve. Obviously I have a coat. I just don't have, like, scarves, mittens. I have like one hat, So I'm a little fucked, but there's not a whole lot of time left anyway, so I don't have to worry for much longer. I'm making the blood black, I think. I think I'm gonna do that, make this kind of that sort. Maybe I'll add some depth by making any like any of the darkest parts. I'll just make black because I think that'll be cool, and that's how a lot of the time it's done, I think. All right, there we go. Okay, and then I'll just color it in. I don't feel like using the paint bucket tool. My paint bucket tool has been acting quite odd lately. It used to like not have. Here, let me try to show what I mean. Just draw a quick circle, and then I'll use like a different color to fill it. What? It doesn't do it here? Ah, fuck you. Alright, well, I'm not crazy, but I swear. It's been doing this odd thing, where I think it's called like anti-aliasing or something like that. Where it just like has this pixely type of, like, thing around the area that I paint bucketed. Again, I'm probably making zero sense. If it would show what I meant, then I could not sound crazy. Let me see if I do it black, because that's where I saw it just now. Yeah, there we go. You can see it. Like, there's this weird white outline, and it has not done that for quite some time, because I had fixed it for a while back, but I guess it just unfixed itself. I don't know. It just didn't want to cooperate with me. That's alright, though. Nothing crazy. Let's see how the... Okay. Oh, I quite like this. Okay, it's very, like, graphic. I quite like that. Alright. Oop. Ferretto's in white. Anyway, yeah. Alright. Let's see. There. Whoops. You know what? Let's just make it a part of the thing. There we go. I don't like drawing tears like this. But for the sake of this isn't even tears, this is blood. But even then, I don't like drawing blood like this. I prefer, like, splatters and, like, for any drips, it's a little, like, I just prefer to draw it a little differently. But again, the goal of this is to be a lot less detailed and just try something new that I haven't done in some time.
Every time someone thinks, like, mad hard, I just start laughing because all I can think about is all hard.
Yeah, see? It does this again. I really don't know what the cause for it is, like, at all. And I'm sure if I just, like, went tweaking in my settings or something like that, I could definitely fix it. I just don't have the patience. Because I know that it wasn't like this before. So something, I don't know what happened. Because it's not like, I did switch computers somewhat recently, but it's not like it's that, because it was working fine on this computer. So I have no idea. But it's fine. I'll figure it out at some point. There we go. Do I like that? Okay, and then I'll just... Again, trying to give the illusion of depth without doing a whole lot of work to give that illusion of depth. There we go, and then like this. Whoops. There we go, and then I'll color that, like, later, because I want to give the illusion of depth. Alright, what else? Alright, let's do the rest of the face. I've quite enjoyed drawing more, I used to draw a lot of my faces just like the simple this, or even more simple this, but I've been trying to add more detail into the way I do, like, 3/4 or, like, side profiles, stuff like that. It's quite fun. And it's more realistic, which is what I want to aim for. I want to aim for some type of, not really realism per se, but I want it to be somewhat realistic in terms of proportioning and in terms of, I guess just how things look. Yeah, I don't know. Know the rules before you break them type thing. Like, there's some rules where I'm comfortable breaking them, some where I'm not. Alright, let's see how this is gonna look, because I'm actually a little scared. A lot of the time I end up, like, with sketches, I make the jawline a lot bigger than I want it to be, so I'm a little worried, but we'll see. Okay, I don't hate that. Maybe it'll look, it'll be a little more clear when I add in, like, the detail, or the features, like the nose and such. I have had difficulty with this. I don't want to do that. That's the thing. There we go. That's better. And then that's okay. There we go. I was having difficulty the last time. The first time I lined this as well, where I didn't really know how I wanted to do the nose, because like I did it. It looks like I did it perfectly in the sketch, but I just cannot recreate it. Like for the life of me. Here, there we go. But I want this to be more heavy at the end. Gosh, I'm getting tired. I should not be, because I woke up quite late today, so I'm not sure why. Okay. Let's see how I like it now. I still like it. I don't like that black right here, though, because it looks weird. And I don't like how low that chin is. So I'm gonna fix that. There we go. That's a little better. Oh, that's much better. I like that a lot more. Okay. Oh, made a little mark. I've been doing that a lot more frequently, where I accidentally make little marks I don't mean to make. Alright, there we go. Okay. Okay, I quite like this. I don't hate it. I shouldn't even say I quite like it. I just don't hate it. That's been a lot of how I've felt recently. Alright. There we go. There we go. See if I can... Oops. Okay. I think this is tiny. There we go. There's like a tiny bit of white in a line that I didn't intend to have. Perfect. I like that quite a lot. Make sure it looks okay. I don't want it to look like squiggly. Okay, cool. I'm sure if I had like zero stabilization on, a lot of my lines would be a lot more squiggly, just because I don't have the world's most steady hand. Like, I can do it for short, quick things, but longer tapers? I feel like that's the right word. Maybe. I don't know. Longer lines, I have a little more difficulty keeping it straight and keeping it, like, good looking. So, hopefully... there we go. Hopefully, the stabilization is fixing that. Maybe it's not. And maybe I've actually gotten better, but I'm not gonna find out right now. Okay. Yeah, I have to kind of, like, connect my lines. I don't like that. Let's just keep it that. There we go. There we go. Okay. Okay. And then, a little part of me wants to give her, like, not really a mullet, but I just want to make it maybe longer in the back. I don't know if I'd like that, though. Let's see how it looks currently.
That's not true.
I'm pretty happy with how it looks currently. I'll keep it like this for now. Okay. And then, the last thing of the line art. And I actually do like the line art, so I guess I will get at least the coloring in, and then I'll probably end after I do the coloring. I just gotta... This is difficult to draw from, like, the side, because it's different, I guess. This is weird. Okay, and then, like this. Like... It doesn't, like... It's gotta swirl into the wing. That was the thing. I feel like, here. There. That's good enough. I forgot I get paid this one day. Woohoo! What else am I? Oh, shit. I'm missing these little feather things. There we go. And then I'll just... Whoops. There we go. Okay. And then do the same thing right here. Cool. Gosh darn it. Alright, there we go. Gosh darn it is not something I've said in quite some time. Wow, I don't know where that came from. Okay, not terrible. It kind of reminds me of Ryu from... Is that his name? From Devilman Crybaby? Probably. I think that's his name. Ryo? It's something like that. I have not watched that anime since, like, 2021. Or something like that, yeah. I know it came out quite some time ago, like 2019? Something like that. I don't know. It came out not now, is the point. I just want to go in now, because the line art's done, so I just got to go in now and make some parts, like, darker. For all of the, like, darkest parts, like all the shading and stuff like that. I've seen a lot of people do this for, like, the necks, but then they don't do it anywhere else, which I think... it just looks odd if you do it only for the neck, but then you don't do that same type of, like, harsh shading anywhere else, so I'm going to avoid that. I'll just have to have the neck shading blend in with the blood, which I don't mind. Again, I don't mind if a lot of stuff is a lot of detail is kind of lost, because in this case, I'm not really, like, super serious about this drawing anyway, so if it doesn't look good, then it doesn't look good. No biggie. It's not really the biggest waste of time. This didn't take as much time as I thought it would. Did I make a mark by accident? No. Cool. Okay. Okay. I'm just trying to like shade in the corners and stuff like that. This is the first time I've actually talked about what I'm doing instead of talking about something completely different while I draw. It's odd, quite different. Yeah, I think I'm just tired. That might be what it is, which is really weird because again, woke up quite late today. Does this have enough line variation? I feel like it does. I'm not even. I am into illustration, I think, but like I want to use my illustration and like character design skill. That's what I really like. I like character design, and I want to use that for something completely different. Like not because a lot of people think hear illustration and think like children's books or like I guess animation. Some people think that, right? Yeah, some people think that, which like I like, but is not necessarily what I want to do with like my degree or when I get my degree. What I want to do like with my degree or in my field or anything like that, because I want to do something completely different or not completely different. I want to do like character design and stuff like that, but in like the video game field, like the gaming industry. I want to do stuff like that. And don't get me wrong, this will definitely be helpful. Like these principles will be helpful, but it's just not something I'm super focused on right now, which I should probably get more focused on, and I will in time, in due time. Everything will happen in due time. Okay, what else? Where else can I do this harsh shading? Let's take a step back and see. Yeah, I feel like this just adds a lot more depth, and it just looks better. So to any younger artists that watch me at any point, I would recommend doing this if you do line art in this way. I'm probably gonna keep the line art black as well because I know when I did used to do actual lines, like I used to do line art, I'd sometimes color in or like make the line art something other than black to make it less harsh, and maybe I'll make it like a dark red, but or something like that. But I want it to still be dark. Like I don't want it to be I don't want any light line art because I just think that would look weird. To be honest, it can work. Obviously, like lighter line art can work. I just don't want to do it for this. All right, let's see. This would be cool. That would be cool. That would be cool. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I'm really trying to figure out like, okay, where would this like black go exactly? Because I feel like it would go into like these darker corners of the hair and stuff like that, or like these darker corners of the skin. You know, this shading style reminds me a lot of Persona, and I'm not sure why. It's like because I know there's plenty of other games and like franchises and whatever the fuck that do this type of shading, but it just reminds me very much of that because it's like this comic book esque type of shading, but it's like anime instead of like the typical realism, I guess. Yeah, realism of comic book art styles. I quite like comic book art styles. Completely off topic, but I love it. I love the illustration in like the Batman comics or in the I mean not all of them, but some of them. And in like Spider-Man and stuff like I quite like it. Uh it's not something I necessarily want to do, but I do want to take like some parts of it and maybe implement it into my style. At some point maybe I'll actually stream me sketching so that you guys can watch the absolute turmoil that it usually is. I feel like this wouldn't have super harsh. Could I get rid of this completely? I like that though. Let's see if I can put it over here. Yeah, I like that better. All right. Okay, yeah. I'll definitely just get like the draw or the coloring in and then call it a day or call it a night rather. I feel like an old man. All right, let's see if I can do this. Do this. There we go. Man, I find it so strange. I was just like thinking about this that I find it so much harder to talk to people in real life, like people that I'm like right next to in like rooms sometimes, where opposed to like streams. I guess it's different because I'm not directly talking to anybody. It's mostly just people listening, so I don't have to worry about like what the response will be because it's not something I can hear automatically. But even then, like I don't know, it's odd. Like I can talk to a bunch of strangers, but I can't talk to a person that like I know. I don't know. It's strange, but I guess that's kind of the way life is now with the whole internet era and stuff like that. And honestly, I feel like I was different pre-COVID because I wasn't such a like shut in, but I think that's something else entirely because I was quite the different person before COVID, and maybe that's just because I grew up because I did. I was like what 15? Yeah, 15 or so. Turning, I don't remember. I was around like 15 or something like that during. Yeah, I was 15, turning 16 during COVID. Um, so it's a lot like it's different. uh I was a different person, so it makes sense for me to have changed now, but still it's a little saddening at the same time that I'm like a little more antisocial than I previously was in like freshman year, like sophomore or yeah, sophomore. Because that's around when COVID started for me, I think. Yeah. Which is strange. Yeah, it started around like February of March. March. It was like March. March of 2020. Man, all this talking's taken out of me. Or taken something out of me. Maybe I'll get a drink after this. I'm quite thirsty. And it'll be nice to take a quick break from being sat at the desk before I'm back here again, but to watch a movie. Alright, let's. Can probably do something right here. That looks about right. Yeah, definitely right here. There we go. Just all the darkest area be shaded by this. You know what else I've noticed that has definitely changed as I've grown older? Soda. Don't like soda anymore. I'm not even that big a fan of sweets anymore either. Like it becomes too much for me, like very quickly now. Whereas like before, when I was younger, I could eat like so much like fucking sweets and like candy and stuff like that. Like it was nothing. But now it's way different. It's just like way too much for me. Here, there we go. I want to try to. I'm trying to take away the detail, but then put it back just in a different way. Again, no idea if that makes sense, but I hope it does. I don't want to like look like I'm falling into the individual strand type thing. I want some strands to be visible, but not all. Okay, that looks pretty alright. Okay, let's see where we're at. Oh wow, we're almost close to 2 hours. We'll see. Wherever I am at 2 hours, I'll just end there. I doubt that I'm gonna be doing this like thing I'm doing with the line art for like 30 more minutes. Yeah, right. Yeah, I think that's good. Yeah, I feel like it's quite empty on this side though, like this entire side. I feel like it's quite empty. I'm just not sure what I want to do with it. This maybe? No, I don't like that. That looks okay. Okay, we'll do that. We'll do that and call it a day.
Oh shit,
I have to go around what I did. See, this is why I don't know why it's doing this. I don't like it though, because it's forcing me to go over the exact same thing, like the lines of what I just filled, and it's ridiculous. I swear, I'll actually have it fixed. I will probably fix that by the next time I stream art, because that's not until like next Friday, I think. Yeah, it's not until next Friday, so I have time. Okay. I think tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow's games, so I don't have to worry about art. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Not terrible. Okay. Well, now it looks odd because now it looks unbalanced over here. All right. Well, we'll make it balanced really quick. Nope. Whoop. Downward and then upwards and then. Do I have it on referring to other layers? Maybe that's it. No, it says only refer to editing layer. So what's the issue? This is weird. Quite odd. I don't know why it's doing this, but it's fine. I usually don't use, well, yes I do. I use the fill tool quite often. It didn't do that with the blue thing, though, like when I did a thing with blue. So maybe it's only like that for black on, like when I fill black lines with black. Here, let's test that again really quick. Let's test that theory. No lines, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah, no lines. So it's only with, if I do like black on black. So we won't do that anymore for the rest of this. Alright. Coloring.
Science.
Gosh, I do not even want to color that like that, but gotta. I think a way to make this ever so slightly easier. I don't. Is this a thing here? I don't think it is. Maybe it's not. I wanted to do a lasso fill. I'm not sure if that's a thing though. Enclose and fill? Is that a thing I can do? Oh. Yeah, no, never mind. Still confused. uh, uh, so can I just do this? Oh, ha, perfect. It got it a little off, like right here, but otherwise perfect. Fantastic. Hold on. Go down. Okay. Select. I don't want to erase a selection. I just want to here. Oh, Matt. What? No. No. Okay. Yeah, I do have to go in and get this myself, but I mean, it's a great. Otherwise, honestly, otherwise that was fantastic. It was a fantastic way of What is a snap eraser? I never understood that. I've seen it many times. I think only in Clip Studio actually. No idea what it actually does though. Whoops. Like if one were to ask me, I would not know what to tell them.
Hello.
Should I change the cyan to maybe red? Because then I can just keep it as... Because I'm planning to make the background red anyway. So maybe I could do that? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how I feel. Okay. There we go. And then, real quick, let's get over here. That was a very quick coloring. That's not all the coloring I'm going to do. I'm going to actually get down some, like, colors. That was just so I have I guess a base. Gosh, I already can feel myself being like, okay, rendering time. But we're not doing anything crazy like that for today. But I'm gonna try not to do anything crazy like that for today. Alright. Okay.
Okay, shut up.
Let's
Why?
use...
So annoying right now.
What do I want to use for this? Let's use calligraphy, because it's a very, like... I like this marker a lot. It's large. It's not very, like, It's opaque, like completely opaque, which is perfect. Exactly what I need for this. Okay. I prefer, like, things with lower opacity or, like, differing opacity only for when I'm doing, like, my painterly type stuff, which is not right now. Okay, that looks good. That looks fine. I usually don't do skin tone like this. Like this. This is odd. It's different, but I like it. Okay. I could have made her skin tone unnatural, I guess, but I'm not the type to do that, because this is like an angel character, I forgot. Although the eye would suggest demonic, but that's alright. You know who I want to draw at some point? Griffith from Berserk. Love that anime / manga, but I also love Griffith as a character. There's a lot of characters that I really do want to draw, like already existing characters. I'm just a little worried because I don't want to, you know, not do them justice, because they're really cool characters and I don't want to do them wrong or anything like that. But we'll see how I feel. I think I'm going to keep the white of the eye this cyan blue, because I don't like to use harsh black, or I don't like to use pure blacks or pure whites in any of my work. This is like one of the only times you'll catch me using a pure black in any of my work, and it's because it's just like a more illustration heavy, graphic heavy type of drawing, but usually I tend to use like either a extremely light blue or like a very dark red or a very dark blue, like one of those two things for like quote unquote black, because those things don't occur. Like black does not occur in nature. Even when a sky is pitch black, it's actually just an extremely dark blue. So like, at least I think so. That's what I think, because I don't think it is ever like, as far as I know and as far as I'm concerned, black does not occur in nature. So I don't want to like pure black. So I don't want to have that in my art. Alright, this will be a little easier because there's no clothing I have to avoid. Whoopsie daisies. Alright. How much time we got? Alright, about 15 more minutes. I can get this all done in 15 more. I mean, not the whole drawing, but I can definitely get the coloring done in like 15 minutes. Gosh, man, I'm quite tired. I don't know what it is. I did. Oh, did I not put clipping on? There we go. I was wondering, like, why am I? Huh. I mean, I guess I wouldn't have noticed either way because I was inside of the thing before. That makes sense. Okay. Could have sworn I put clipping on. I guess not. Maybe I undid it by accident. Alright.
I know I did.
There we go. This calligraphy brush is so much fun. Even just like for regular like calligraphy, because I do that on the very rare occasion I decide to make a background more graphic. I it's enjoyable. It's fun. I think this whole painterly style is very fun. Like I love doing it. It is very time consuming though, which is kind of concerning because like if I need to crank out content for whatever reason, it's a little more difficult. But that's okay. I think it's more so about the product of it than what do you call it? Anything else. I was gonna work on like a painterly type project on stream, but I finished it before like stream day was here, so I was just like, okay. Oh, I missed a little bit. I just noticed. It's ever so slight, but it's still there. Alright. Anyway, I finished it before before today. So I just ended up not I also was just getting kind of frustrated with it because it also wasn't quite what I liked. I didn't quite like it because it was another like full body and it was another like eccentric pose, and that doesn't have to be how it is all the time. Sometimes, and it was another like cleanly painted thing. It doesn't always have to be that. Like the reason I like this bag of chips so much is because it's not really cleanly done. It's quite messy, but I like that. It's kind of goofy that I did them. It's all in one like file on just on different layers, but it doesn't matter anyway because I already exported it, so I can delete it if I really. It's all on one layer anyway, so it's not gonna. There we go. Yeah, I think I can get the coloring done. Whew. All right, let's see. Okay. You know what? I don't even mind that there's. It's odd because when I first started like streaming and stuff like that, not to say that I'm doing it for that long, but like when I first started, I was very concerned that I would have awkward moments of silence or not know what to say. But I mean, honestly, with the music and stuff like that, it's quite relaxing, so it doesn't matter. I'm not super duper concerned with being extremely entertaining. I'd rather just have fun, and also just have this be a way to wind down, relax, talk, chill out. Maybe I'll make some tea next time I stream, which is literally tomorrow. So maybe I'll make some tea or coffee or something like that. I have quite a bit of coffee still like laying around that I just have yet to finish, and I'm trying to finish it soon because I have to be home soon, like from college. So I'm trying to have that finished so I don't have like a shit ton of stuff that I have to bring home or anything like that. But we'll see how I feel, or we'll see what happens. Let's see. I don't usually do the whole like blonde white skinned person. Like it's rare that I do. If I do, it's because it's a character that already exists. But that's okay. I think it can be fun, so I don't mind it. All right. Let's see. There we go. Huh, I missed a bit. Just noticed. I missed like a little bit when I was doing skin. There we go. It's very, very, very like it's not even you know what I could have done? I could have had the entire thing be the skin, and then I just would have had to worry about doing the hair, and that would have made my life a zillion times easier. But you live and you learn, so that's all right. God, I keep doing that. You live and you learn, and that's okay. Okay, there we go. Honestly, I could just go back and do it right now, but it's too late. I mean, it's not too late at all. It's literally not. I could do it, but I just don't want to. So that's all right. There's a little tiny little gaps as well in the like black shading I did for the on the line art, but it's not that big a deal. If it's not noticeable when you zoom out, it's not a concern to me. Which is usually not the attitude I have towards like the painterly stuff I do, because it's not even as if it's more noticeable. I don't know. I'm very like I aim for perfection with that. Whereas with this, it's really not that special to me, so I could care less. And I don't really mind if it looks super clean, although that is the goal, I guess. But I just don't care that much. All right, I was originally gonna have this be a painterly thing, but whoops. Hence why I had it like I had the sketch layer. Oh, I want to use a different eraser. There we go. Hence why I had just the sketch layer and I hadn't lined it because I had no intention of lining it. I do like a final sketch layer, and then that's it. That's my quote unquote line art, but even then, it's not really line art. It's just a final sketch, and then from there, I just like, what do I do? Color it, paint over it, I guess, or paint like with it, if that makes sense. I do use it like as a guide. All right, let's see. I haven't actually painted like traditionally in quite some time, which is funny because considering the amount of traditional paint or digital painting I've been doing, but I just haven't done it like traditionally in quite some time, and I could not tell you why. I guess canvases are kind of expensive, so that could be it, but I don't know. I just haven't done it in a while. I haven't done it since like I think 2021, like early 2021. Yeah, like early 2021. I just stopped painting for some reason. That's okay though. It happens. And maybe I'll get back into it someday when I have like the time. I have some room. I have the money to get like canvases and some better paints because I'll probably have to get like new paints and new brushes because I'm sure that I mean I'm pretty sure paint does expire. Paintbrushes do not, obviously, but they just might be kind of frayed and stuff like that from use and not being used in some time because I really didn't take great care of my brushes or anything like that, or really any of my materials. So I would not be surprised if like I go back and it's just not gonna be like optimal to paint with, which is fine. I don't mind getting some new brushes anyway. I don't know, maybe I'll give like the old ones away to like I don't know, like some kids arts and crafts class because it won't matter if they're frayed or not because that's not really. It's not like it's a fine art program or anything, so it doesn't matter. All right. Yeah, I'll definitely end this at like 2 hours just because my throat is also a little strained. I could just get water, but it's alright. I'm also, again, tired, hungry. That's okay though. I did want to do this because it has been some time and I missed it. And by some time, it's been like, what, maybe a week or two? But either way, I have missed it. So I wanted to get back to doing what I enjoy. And maybe create something that I actually like on stream, because that would be cool. It's always nice to. Oh, I missed another spot over here. Yeah, I really should have just. There we go. Anyway, I didn't miss anything else. Okay.
I'll be real shit. They just because of my financial
Yeah. All right. I'm surprisingly almost done with coloring. I mean, it's only flats anyway, so it's not like it's extremely difficult or anything like that. But still, I'm quite surprised. I'm used to having to deal with long, agonizing amounts of coloring because I think I colored and then I just rendered it immediately afterward. So that's probably why. But it's okay. We're doing something different. Oh, I missed another spot. You see? Gosh, I really should have just made the entire thing like just the skin and then instead of doing the cyan blue. Gosh, that enclose and fill tool is quite useful though. I like that a lot. I'm probably going to use that a lot more often because I did not realize it did that. Whoops. There we go. Okay. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I can like feel my throat. It just does not feel good.
I'm only paying 22.
It's okay.
My scholarship only covers.
Whoops.
21K.
There we go. Okay. There we go. Alright. Very, very close to being done with the coloring. Thank the Lord. God, it's not tedious at all. But it's just, oh no. That bag of chips, though, was very fun. like to paint, which is so odd because I'm notorious for not drawing objects really or backgrounds, and most focusing mostly on like faces and like people and stuff like that. So I'm quite glad that I actually did take some time to draw on objects and stuff like that. Okay, so we're gonna do a darker red for the inside of the eye. There we go. That's pretty interesting, right?
Paying less than the normal student.
Yeah, that's interesting. Maybe I'll even leave it just the flats. I don't know. We'll see how I feel. Maybe I'll shade it. If I do shade it, I'm gonna not do it on stream because no one cares to watch me shading something, especially when it's something so easily done. Like I could get it shaded in like probably an hour, maybe two. And I mean, I guess I could turn that into a stream, but I just don't want to. If it wouldn't be enjoyable for me to watch, then I'm not gonna make other people watch it. You know what I mean? So, and I always find this enjoyable for me to watch. It's very fun to just watch. Like, I don't usually watch streams, if I'm being honest. I mostly just watch like my friends' streams to support and stuff like that. And sometimes I'll watch streams just like background noise. But I quite like whenever I'm on like calls with friends or even in real life, like just in conversation, I just enjoy listening because I think you learn a lot more that way. Like, you learn a lot more, gives you more to think about. It's just like I just prefer to listen in terms as opposed to talking and dominating the conversation. And also, just I'm not the most talkative person. Do you have lore on the character you're drawing? I do not. I just I just drew this for fun. I don't really have any lore or anything. I usually I don't have a lot of like original characters or anything like that. And the few that I do have are for games I want to make, which maybe I'll draw one of them on stream at some point. That would be fun because I haven't drawn them in some time. Oh, wow, I finished the coloring already. But yeah, no, I don't have any. You know what? I do want to make the eye not cyan. But yeah, I don't have any lore on this character at the moment. If I like it enough, maybe I'll actually turn this into a character for something. I'm not sure what, but we'll see. I'll make like a devil counterpart or something like that. There we go. I'm surprised. Done. Okay. Let me make like a background as well, because I'm gonna forget if I don't do it now. Yeah.
Why? What are you
Shrek a persona. Nice.
What are you in now? Are you trying to switch over?
Oh, this isn't closing stuff. There we go. Let's see. I'll make the background red as well. Maybe this is a demonic character. I don't know yet. I think I just wanted to draw for fun and create something I don't hate. All right. Let's sign it. Where do I want to sign? Yeah, I'll do it on this. I'll do it on this layer. Right here. Oops. Maybe I can get some of the shading done on stream. Do I want to? How much time? I mean, I can get like a couple. I'll get like a couple of small things done, then I'll call it a night. This will just be like simple cell shading, since I'm trying to keep things as simple as possible for myself. Mapping pen. Man, let me tell you, Clip Studio is magical, but also I hate it sometimes. It doesn't. Nothing even happened. I don't know. There's so many tools that you can use at your disposal. It doesn't have that big of a learning curve, I don't think. But then again, I've been using this for like, I want to say a year. Right? Yeah, like a year or so. So I might be biased, but and it's not super hard to use, especially because I have a lot of experience with digital art programs. Like I used what was the first thing that I used? My first one that I used was Ibis Paint, and then I think after that I switched to Medibang, and then after that Fire Alpaca, and then Clip Studio. So it's not super big of a learning curve if it's not your first art program. If it is, it can definitely be daunting, but it's not terrible. It is expensive, kind of. All the other programs I just named are free. Well, Ibis Paint does have like a paid version, but it's like $10. Whereas Clip Studio, like Paint, is what, 50 or 60, something like that. Yeah, like 50 or 60. So it definitely can be a bit much. I'm gonna try Clip Studio. Yeah. What do you call it? I mean, you don't need like a specific laptop for drawing necessarily, although you do. You don't even need a tablet pen or like a drawing tablet, but it definitely does help because drawing with like mouse and like a fucking trackpad or something like that, or like a mouse and keyboard is not fun. um, it's definitely possible. It's just a lot more difficult and a lot more. It has a lot more of a learning curve. I did try to learn how to draw with like a trackpad only. It's quite difficult, especially because I first started when I did start drawing on a computer. Actually, no, I think when I did start drawing on a computer, I used like MS Paint for some time, and I did use keyboard and like trackpad, but even then, it wasn't like it was very good. It was quite difficult as well. So I'm sure with a lot of practice, though, you definitely could do that. Oh, I see. I see. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I wanted to use Procreate for quite some time. I remember that as well, but I don't know. I don't know why I didn't. Oh yeah, I didn't. I didn't want to get an iPad, especially just for Procreate, because that's a bit much. Like I have an iPhone now, so if I really wanted to, I could just do it from my phone. But I'm not the biggest fan of drawing from my phone, although that's what I started with. But it's just I've. It's not even that I've grown past it. It's not like it's a like it's. I admire the people that can draw on their phone and stuff like that, and like with their finger, because that's fantastic. I love Procreate. Yeah, I've seen a lot of the cool features for Procreate. It's so cool. Like their animation thing is pretty dope. I know Clip Studio has an animation thing. A lot of people have compared Clip Studio to Procreate, and by a lot of people, I mean like maybe two that I've heard. But I definitely do see the comparison. They don't even have a similar interface. To be honest, I've never used Procreate for longer than like 20 minutes, so I don't have the best. I don't think I shaded that right. Anyway, I don't have the. I said I was gonna end this at 2 hours, but I mean, I'll keep going until I at least finish the shading for the body. Uh, mm, I've never used Procreate like for longer than maybe 20 minutes. Just again because I didn't have a iPad for or like an Apple product like period for quite some time, and also because at that point I already had my laptop and drawing tablet, so it just made more sense. It would be cool though, honestly, if it was available on a PC. Although I guess that wouldn't really be necessary because again, Clip Studio is pretty similar. A lot of people have said Autodesk is similar, like Autodesk Sketchbook, which is another program I did try out at one point. Didn't like it. I don't like it at all. It's great for like sketching. Yeah, Procreate has a lot of like features and stuff like that, and a lot of just it's very daunting. um, what do you call it? I don't like Autodesk Sketchbook at all. A lot of people have compared that to Procreate too, which I frankly disagree. Um, the mobile version, at least, is way more simple, and that can be a good thing. But also, I feel like it's a lot more difficult to create something more polished on there. At least I feel it's it's a lot more difficult for me because I did use it for a few months, I think, but I just wasn't able to make anything that was super polished or anything that like I quite enjoyed. What is that little speck right there? That's a speck of blue from the other thing. Anyway, yeah. Okay, good. I'm not the biggest fan of Autodesk Sketchbook. It's not that bad on PC actually, which is quite strange. I think it's literally just the mobile app that sucks because it's really not bad on PC. I've tried it. When I was looking for like what PC drawing program do I want to use because there's a lot of options.
I know, we just use
like way more good options on PC. So I was very like daunted by how many they were. It's a lot better than I expected. I still wouldn't use it for anything finished though. It's very fun to just like sketch around in and have fun in and stuff like that, but I wouldn't use it for anything finished. I don't think I even like do any conceptual art in there just because I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me honestly because it's not like I can do the same thing in Procreate, not in Procreate. I can do the same thing in Clip Studio, so it's not like it's necessary for me, but it's fun. There's another app that I tried for a bit. well, I didn't even. This isn't really an app, nor did I really try it per se. I just messed around in it. What was it? Paint 3D. It's like it's the replacement for MS Paint with Windows what 10? Yeah, like Windows 10. It's a maybe sometime I'll stream me playing around in that. But it's obviously it's not good for anything finished because there's no like layers function, which can be like beneficial because I know some people just do draw everything on one layer, which is like actually insane how. But like it doesn't even have any like what do you call it? Like I guess it doesn't have layers. So it doesn't have anything like multiply or like what else? What else? I mean that and isn't like layer types. It doesn't have like multiply, darken, color like color dodge, and nothing like that. So it's nothing that I'm used to. So I'm sure that if I really did try, I could get into it and enjoy it, but not today. Not soon. All right. Let's see. Man, I have not shaded like this in quite some time. I've been doing this like painterly thing for so long that I just and it's fun, honestly. It used to be I feel like it used to be less tedious for me at one point, but I think again as time went on and I got better at it, I kept trying to beat myself at it and get better and like more detail and stuff like that. So I guess that's why it became more tedious. I think that detail in art can be really fun, but there does come a point when it like becomes less fun and more so just like really tedious and painstaking to do. And sometimes you don't really need to have a shit ton of detail. Sometimes you can like convey a lot with just like simple shapes, which is what I like to do with sketches. I try to keep it as simple as I can because it's just a sketch, at least with the initial sketch, because it's just a sketch and I just need to like get the general like dynamic and stuff like that down. Yeah, simple styles can be really fun. I enjoy like simpler styles, but like the painterly kind. I again, this really might make zero sense, but it's what I enjoy. Um, what do you call it? But I do like in terms of what I enjoy to make. I do enjoy looking at the like simpler cartoony type styles because I think it's cute. I think it's cute and like they surprisingly are able to convey a lot of detail in something so simple, which I admire quite a lot. Let me see if I can. There we go. All right, almost done. What in God's name? Oh, the line art is a little fucky wucky over there. I'll fix that at some point. Not today, but later. All right. Okay. Man, it is so like. Again, I'm very not used to talking this much. It's it's very strange. I guess I don't know. Maybe at some point I'll do like a silent stream to just have music and just have me drawing. I don't know if that would be entertaining, but I mean I've like seen stuff like that.
It was like a play fight, wasn't even a real one. And then
Yeah, I enjoy a lot of like semi-realism and stuff like that. That is something like in terms of what I enjoy making, it's that.
no.
In terms of I enjoy looking at both, but like a lot of the inspiration I have has been drawn from like semi-realism or just straight up realism. But yeah, a lot of my friends and I have like polar opposite art styles where like I have a because this isn't really my usual art style. I have a lot more of a painterly detailed type stuff and they have a lot of more like simple like cartoony type style. But I think it's really cool, honestly, that they can like portray so much in such simple lines. Like it's so cool. I used to have a style like that and I was never able to get that sort of like feeling. It always felt like still too simple and like I just couldn't quite get the details I wanted while still having it be simple. So that's really cool that they're able to do that. Oh, I forgot that. Oh, I have to shade like around the blood. I forgot that things have depth and effect. All right, let's see. Okay, I did that here. Man, sitting at a desk for so long is awful. This is why I don't want a desk job because it's just not good for like your back or like your posture, which I've been trying to fix recently, which I've been doing good with. But I think sitting at a desk because I do so both for class and also when I draw and also when I watch movies and also a lot of the time when I call with friends. So it's very annoying, I guess, to be at a desk so much. And I really don't want my job, like my eventual job, to be like that, but it probably will be. So I just gotta either this chair is very comfortable, so it could very well be that. So I think I just gotta either like invest in a comfortable chair or just take a lot of breaks, which I don't have either of or do either of because I hate like desk in my. I used to did I? No, I did use the desk in my room quite a lot. But I had a way more comfortable chair and like because the chair I'm sitting in right now is like wooden, like a it's almost like a dining room chair, honestly. Whereas my old chair was like an office chair, which is a lot more designed to be sat in for long periods of time. What I do want to invest in eventually is like a gamer
Where are
chair
we
because I
going
think that's
now?
definitely
He invited
uh
himself.
for longer periods of time and stuff like that. Mm, and my throat. I think also my I really do think I have a cold at this point because my throat, my head, my congestion. This is what I get for walking late at night and in the cold. Do as I say, not as I do. Okay. I think I'm done with shading for the. This still feels too simple. Let me see what else I can do. Yeah, way more comfy than a wooden chair. College chairs suck. Like even the chairs in like the library that I sit in sometimes are way more comfortable. Or like, yeah, no, that's it. And sometimes like the office chairs at like my work study job or stuff like that, it's so much more comfortable opposed to the actual chair that I have in my dorm. It's awful. All right, let's see. Let's see if I can just. Yeah, it makes sense. It is cold season because I mean, not even because it's winter or like close to winter, but it's just I don't know. It is definitely cold season. Like at my old job, I still like am in contact with some of my old coworkers. Apparently, a lot of people. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Apparently, a lot of people have been getting sick recently, which sucks. Which is like colds and stuff like that, or like I think maybe like one or two fevers, but nothing crazy. Which is good, but like also, damn. All right, let's see if I can just. Does this look okay? Let's see. You know what? I swear, I'm gonna end and like, I swear, I really will. I just, I'm just like desperately trying to make this perfect before anything. It's not even like I'm gonna finish it, but I just want to make something good. Okay, I don't hate that. And then, okay, okay, okay. I think that's yeah. Okay, let's see how that looks. Okay, that's not awful. Maybe if I just give more of a illusion of like okay, yeah. I feel like the shading that I did is a little too dark is the thing. It's a little too dark because I think I went like way darker than I should have. Yeah, this probably would have been way better. This is like so much more dramatic, but you know what? Well, I can't really do anything about it. I don't think I can. Can I? Oh, maybe I can. Okay, last thing I do, swear. Um, yeah, okay. I think I can just fix it with the paint bucket tool. Thank God for digital art because if it was like traditional, I would have actually been screwed. So thank God. All right. Yeah, that definitely looks a lot better and less harsh. I don't know how I didn't notice how harsh it was while it was doing it, but it's okay. This is how this is how art's created. That's what happens. Good. Good. That definitely looks better. Oh my god, that's so much better. Ah, thank God. Okay, yeah. Oh, that, I don't know why that genuinely stressed me so much. All right. Do I? I don't remember how I do little goodbye messages. Let's get rid of her real quick. There we go. I can't get rid of my own signature. Anyway, thank you to everyone who tuned in. It has been quite fun. I'll be here tomorrow, but gaming instead. I hope you guys enjoyed me arting and stuff like that. So I really don't know what to say. Thanks so much, and have the loveliest of nights. Tell your loved ones you love them, I guess. All right, yeah, I'm really bad at ending streams. Thank you, genuinely. Have a great night. Yeah, bye bye.